What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another 1/6 scale figure hot toy review. And today we are going to be looking at the brand new released Iron Patriot. This thing is seriously a day old from anybody even being able to preview it. So I'm so glad to have this in hand, actually, thanks to toysassemble.com. They made this all possible. So if you guys want to buy this from them and a bunch of other figures at the best price, best shipping, and best customer support, check out this website link right here or check the link in the description for easy access. But anyway, I'm going to take a quick look at this box art right here. I'm not really a box art kind of lover or anything like that, but I think this is pretty cool for this kind of figure. And I think this figure is pretty unique, so that is another reason why I am really excited to get it open. But also, who doesn't love a good Iron Man fully die-cast figure? So pulling this out, we see Hot Toys pretty standard foam, I guess you would call it. It's like a concrete foam, kind of. It says Iron Patriot right here. Lifting up this tray. And oh my god, am I excited to take a look at this guy. First in-hand impressions. Holy jeez, he is heavy. And boy, does he look amazing. Oh my god, a quick 360 of him. But before I do anything else with this figure, guys, we're going to get all of his accessories laid out in the light box and take a look at everything he comes with. All right, everybody, and this is just about everything that the Iron Patriot figure comes with. So we're going to get right into it with his display base. This thing is super cool. It gives a resemblance of an arc reactor, a lot of red, white, and blue, a ton of actual paint detail all over this thing. Super clean, super chrome, super vibrant. Does have a light up feature, so this whole thing will light up. And I'm such a big fan of Hot Toys doing these more customized display bases to fit your actual character's aesthetic, rather than some just normal hexagonal display base that kind of just looks really plain and doesn't look like a lot of love was put into it. You can definitely tell they really wanted to make something like this seem special to you. And I did think it was a little bit weird, though, that they did just have a normal crotch grabber. With an Iron Man figure, I feel like it is almost essential to have a flight pole, just because it's Iron Man, he flies. But, you know, Hot Toys does some things, but that display base is 99% perfect besides that flight pole. Now we are going to come over here and look at his swap out chest piece. If you didn't see the other one, that was the plain triangle. Here it is right here. And I don't really know which one I like better. I think this one might break up that blue just a little bit better, but we're going to have to see what it looks like on the figure in just a little bit. So I'm actually going to put these both down right here. Then we have his little forearm rocket pieces. Both of these are pretty much identical, but the paintwork is spectacular. You can see a ton of different coloring and shading and black wash and all those crevices to make it look even more realistic. And honestly, we are going to have to see what he looks like fully powered and armored up with weapons. Then, of course, we have those shoulder bombs, I guess you can call them. Shoulder rockets. These things shoot up and out over him. Again, I think if I were to display this figure, I would definitely keep it all decked out. But you can see all of these super nice detail on it, and you can see all of these purposeful kind of tiny little scratches and scuffs all over the surface. And I am such a big fan of how this red looks. Now, coming over to the hands here, you do have two open palm hands right here. Crazy nice detail. I really do like the Iron Patriot a lot. I feel like it doesn't get enough love in the Iron Man kind of spectacle, but I really do think it is an awesome suit and an awesome series of suits. So this is just an open kind of shooting arc reactor hand. Then, of course, we have the trademark bendy kind of posable Iron Man hand, and you can hit some really fun poses with it, and the paintwork is the exact same. And then, of course, we end up getting two closed fists with the same exact paintwork. Of course, guys, then we have Iron Patriot's shield right here. This thing is absolutely beautiful. And if you guys did watch my Avengers Endgame Captain America review, or just some of my YouTube shorts, you will see that I absolutely hate the actual clips. So this time they went on and did magnets for it. Guys, Hot Toys, please, if you're watching this, you're not, but can somebody please forward this to Hot Toys? Please make every shield magnetic, or at least make the straps magnetic. Okay, I don't care. I think most people would rather not be scared to pose their figures than have it be a tiny bit less screen accurate, because you're not seeing it anyway. But anyway, enough ranting out of the way. Let's get the actual figure out here in the light box and take a close look at him with no special accessories or poses. All right, everybody, and here we have the Iron Patriot in the box. No special poses or accessories, anything like that. This guy is straight out of the box. Oh my God, the proportions and especially that paintwork and the sculpt work on this guy, amazing. He weighs a ton, by the way, fully metal figure, except obviously for those little effect pieces, but he is absolutely amazing. I honestly didn't think I would be this big of a fan of this colorway until seriously right now during this review. So thank you again to Toys Assemble, by the way. I am really happy to be able to even get this guy in hand for a nice look. But now I'm going to show you guys what he looks like with the actual star chest plate, and then with the star chest plate, I might as well throw on all of those weapon accessories. So let's check it out. All right, guys, and here we have it. Now the detailing from here, you really can't tell that much about the weapons, but you can see on his forearms and his shoulders, we do have a nice little bit of weaponry. This is not the fully decked out War Machine that you are probably... This is not the fully decked out Iron Patriot like it is in the Iron Man kind of Marvel Cinematic Universe, but I really am a nice big fan of this more clean aesthetic. Now I'm actually going to take that left arm's rocket off and replace it with the Captain America shield, so let's get right into that. Here we have it, everybody. This looks so good, and I'm super happy with this magnetic shield. It seriously healed a lot of my inner trauma with that Avengers Endgame cap, and I really can't tell you guys any more about how much I like this figure. I know it might sound like I'm glazing it just because it is an Iron Man figure, but it really is hard to make a guy like me not like an Iron Man figure. All right, guys, and here we have him up close and personal. This is his default aesthetic with the normal chest plate on and no extra special weapons or accessories. Guys, this thing, first of all, is massive and super heavy, but I absolutely love the paintwork and just the overall design of it. Coming up to that helmet, this is a more sleek, kind of smoother... Sorry, I just pulled a scalp back. But this is a cleaner aesthetic. This kind of reminds me of the Avengers Age of Ultron kind of look. Could be completely wrong, but that's just my first impressions. Coming over to the actual torso, I really do like that alternating pattern of the red and the silver. Now we're actually going to take off this piece just really quick because I do want to compare it to this right here. And all you really have to do is slot that in, but I kind of messed it up. Just line it up and boop, and it clicks right in. And let me know what you guys think of this down in the comments below, but I really do think I will like that blue just a little bit more. Putting it back on, and yeah, I really do think the blue suits it a lot better. But you guys can let me know down in the comments below. So as you can see, these things are flapping around like crazy because they are on this little hinge right here. So it can make it a little annoying when you're playing around with it and it just pops open like this. But I mean, hey, that looks cool, right? But anyway, for the most part, this thing is actually incredibly clean. There isn't a lot of battle damage, wear and tear, or scuffs at all on this figure, guys. He is a completely clean aesthetic. And for a figure like this, I really can't complain about something like that because it isn't a battle damage figure by any means. This is seriously just supposed to be the Iron Patriot looking his best, and that is exactly what we got. Now, I think that red, though, really does kind of tie together his torso more, but I think throwing that on, it just looks a lot more iconic. Now, I wish maybe they added one more of each. Maybe this one with a star and this one with just the normal triangle. I know that would be a lot of accessories and options. But me personally, I like options, and I just need something to complain about because I really don't have any negatives at all with this figure so far. And here we go, guys. We have that fully weaponized look for the Iron Patriot. And yeah, this is definitely how I would display it. I think maybe I would take this one off and put the shield on. We're going to take a look at that in just a second, but we're just going to take a nice quick second to admire how awesome all of these bits and pieces look on him. And it seriously was just as easy as taking that off with a magnet. It seriously can't get any easier than that. And Hot Toys really is implementing a lot more magnets in their routine now. And then here we have it, guys, with that magnetic shield on. And oh my God, I really am starting to have this design grow on me a lot more. Iron Patriot is honestly a really badass figure and just character design. And right now I'm starting to realize just how cool it actually is. So now we're going to take a quick look at his articulation. So just without further ado, arms go all the way up. If you guys are familiar with Iron Man figures, first of all, they have some insane range of motion, and you can pull his shoulder out just a little bit more to get that extra bit of range. And if you're not in a special pose, you can just plop it back. elbow bend, obviously exposed joint, it is going to be great. This one does not have the moving bicep like the Avengers Endgame one, so it is a tiny bit more restricted, but I think it does the job perfectly fine, especially for an Iron Man figure. And then going backwards, obviously same thing because this thing is on a full ball peg. Now coming down to the legs, with every other Iron Man figure, you can pull it down just a little more. And if you guys want to be safe, which you always should be, you can plop out these little pieces so you don't actually end up damaging that side. And yeah, I mean, I said Iron Man figures are good with articulation, and I was not lying. You can plop these back down when you're done and it looks like nothing ever happened, and you just push that leg back up. Trust me, your first time doing this with an Iron Man figure, it is going to be scary, but just take it nice and slow and you will be fine. Knee bend, pretty good, especially that's pretty much as far as it's able to go. Now with the feet, we do get a little bit of toe wiggle. We can move this little bit out of the way to get a little more bend. There really is no ankle side to side because it is, it is just a giant block. But if we do move some of these little pieces out of the way, you can end up squeezing a tiny bit more range of motion out of these ankles. But honestly, the ankles on this guy are not too great. And then if we pull this figure open, you could see you get a lot more ab crunch, a lot more than you would have in the first place. And this piece keeps falling off. It is a really weak magnet. So just know that. And then you can push his abs back down into place. Now here you guys can see I have the Avengers Endgame Tony Stark battle damage. And then obviously we have the Iron Patriot. Let me know what you guys think down below. Which one do you like better? Personally, I think I'm still going to have to be biased with my Tony Stark from Endgame. But I'm so happy that I actually do have another Iron Man to compare him to, because I think you can't really gauge an Iron Man until he is next to another one. And in the display, if you guys are thinking of picking this guy up, he will pop so much. You can see how much more vibrant he is. And obviously this battle damage version is supposed to look a little bit darker, but this one really does shine. Then another pretty obvious comparison, we have him next to the Avengers Endgame Cap, both of them with their shields drawn. Oh my. This, if I think I would have to display it, if I had two Endgame Caps, I would 100% put him next to this Iron Patriot. Scaling looks perfect, and I really do like that really bright, vibrant Iron Patriot next to this more dark, gloomy Captain America aesthetic. And both of their shields, one of them being cracked and weathered, and the other one being pristine and full. Really do like that contrast. And lastly, we have Deadpool, Iron Patriot, and Spider-Man all together in the light box. I think this is a really cool look. These three pair beautifully together, obviously all of the red, and then they each contrast off of each other. Spider-Man being bright, Deadpool being dark, and Iron Patriot being a giant glossy metal beast. But I think this guy honestly will fit in most parts of your display if you guys are thinking of getting him. If you guys don't really care about consistency and movies like correlating to each other, I think you'll be fine. But anyway, we are nearing the end of the video, so if you guys did enjoy, please make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe even hit that bell notification if you guys want to see some more crazy early unboxings and reviews, along with some other forms of content that I do have on my channel. So make sure to go check that out. And as always, I can't thank you guys enough for watching, and have a good one.